Hello, scumbags. I'm Andrew Fantasia. Who's this?
I'm Brock Fantasia. We're the Fantasia brothers.
That's right. We're plumbers from Brooklyn, and we solve crimes in our spare time. This is Flying Casual.
Wow.
And you probably clicked on this because of, this is all about the ending of The Last Jedi. And basically, I wanted to kind of present what I thought. And usually Brock is a voice of reason on this show, so he can tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk / crazy I am. But I've mentioned before in a few videos, you've heard me say that Broom Boy, the Broom Kid, really, he kept me up. He kept me thinking. He really left an impression. And the first time I saw the movie, I couldn't tell whether that impression was good or bad initially. And I don't know if you felt the same way. But when I saw that final scene of Broom Kid and his friends playing with little toys and telling stories and everything, it was so, first of all, so different from what we've seen before, but it was very clearly an epilogue, which is something Star Wars never does until now.
True.
So that scene felt to me like something that would happen at the very end of the Skywalker saga. Like if Disney said, 9 is it, and then everything else is just other stuff that's not the Skywalker saga. That's how I felt it would have ended, with something like that.
Yeah.
And then, so I was like, wow, so that's so odd that they put it in this middle chapter. And my mind was just racing about like, well, if that's how you're going to end this movie, but it's not the end of the Skywalker saga, then like, how the hell do you end the Skywalker saga as beautifully as Broom Kid? And after mulling it over and not sleeping, I think I figured out what Broom Kid is supposed to signify and why he is here instead of at 9 or whatever the last one is going to be. And tell me if you think this is crazy. But I think that altogether, everything The Last Jedi told us, everything this movie was about, was basically a metaphor for Star Wars itself as it exists now. There was a recurring theme throughout this movie about the past. And some characters, like Kylo Ren, or Snoke, characters who are in the wrong, and it's established clearly that they're in the wrong, want us to forget the past. They want us to kill it, let it die. But then you have Yoda, who shows up. And Yoda tells Luke something very insightful. He says, we don't just learn from our victories. Some of the greatest lessons we can pass on to somebody is our mistakes. And it is the burden of every master to watch their students become better than they were, because those students are learning from our mistakes. So I saw The Last Jedi itself, the whole thing, as sort of, whether it's, you want to say it's Lucasfilm or Rian Johnson or whatever the story group, them saying to us, we're not going to let the past die. We're not going to kill everything you love. We're not going to ignore what's come before. But we are going to move forward now. The only thing is, we're going to move forward and learn from our mistakes so that everything that comes next will be better. And the reason this Broom Boy scene was here was because it is, in fact, a cap on the old, and everything that follows that cap is now the new. It's Broom Kid and his friends. They're playing with toys. They are essentially us. They are Rian Johnson. They are everybody who grew up listening to the legends of Luke Skywalker. And that kid, if you look at what they're doing, they're showing the Battle of Crate in that little, toy thing they're doing. So that kid probably knows that Luke is dead now.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop him from walking out, looking up at the stars, and being hopeful for the future. And I think that's what the movie's telling us. Yes, the old is going away. The old is not going to come back, but we're not going to let it die. We're going to learn from it, and everything that follows is just going to be all the better for it. And that is Broom Kid to me. And I don't know, what are your thoughts on this?
I can jump on that, because I think one of the amazing things about this movie is how it communicates to us. Because you're right, the big theme is letting go of the past, and Kylo takes it in a negative sense, like, destroy, we've got to. Yoda is saying the same thing, where it's like, the past is the past, we gotta move on. Okay, It's like, yeah, we got to destroy the books. It's like, well, they're important. It's like, they're not interesting. And that was like so long ago. And that viewpoint is not valid anymore. Today is today. Mm-hmm. So we have to move on. Don't forget the past. So it's too, like, I think Luke is sort of doing the same thing. Luke is almost like Kylo in his feelings like, well, I screwed up. I made a mistake and now I'm done. Like, it's like, what? What are you talking about? I like it because it's sort of also a message to the audience. It's like, we're entering new territory now. It's like there's an importance to understand this, but like we gotta keep going. It's gotta be something new. And I like, you're right, like the Broom Boy. Here's my feeling about Broom Boy. I love that scene to the point that I didn't even notice he picked up the broom with the Force. Mm-hmm. I just took it as he's got the Rebel Alliance ring. He's like, there's hope. There's always hope. Which is great. If you miss the broom, because I think that's so beautiful how subtle it is. You almost like I remember him picking up the broom, but I didn't see that it goes whoop. Like, I
had to ask the people I was with. I was like, did he do that forcefully, or like was I? And they're like, yeah, dummy, he totally used the Force. I'm like, okay, good. I thought I was seeing things. But yeah, you're right. It was nice and subtle.
And but I like it. You're right. Like, you would think it would be at the end of the thing that is like, there's always hope. But it's sort of still doing that because Luke is now gone. It's like we finally have Rey and Luke at the same time, and we're like, oh, we have Jedis. We can rebuild. Mm-hmm. And then we lose our master. But like, then you see that the Broom Kid also has the Force. So it's like, we're never not gonna have a Jedi or Sith or whatever they're gonna be whatever they're gonna be called if they in fact continue that same thing. So it's like, yes, the closing of Luke is done, but who knows? We maybe see him as Force Ghost, but that part is closed. But another door always opens. So I like that idea. I like that everyone's like really like attached to this small little scene about this character that's almost insignificant. But I don't like how everyone's like, Broom Boy, now he's gonna be like, no, like he's done. Like, we're never gonna see that character again, because there's always gonna be the Force, because the Force, again, like Luke talks about it. And he's like, it's not. Rey comes at it with like, it's using your mind to control people and move rocks. It's like, yeah, that's what, if you talk to a person that, not like us, that would like Star Wars and we can wax intellectual about it for hours. Like someone like our parents are like, oh yeah, they can move it with their mind. That scene is like Luke saying, like, no, it's more than just that. Like it is a life force that we can tap into. Some of us can't, and some of us can, and we can do these amazing things. So it's like I think we're gonna get a whole new evaluation of the Force, because we are going to learn with Rey, hopefully in 9, maybe in the further on. I would like her to continue, but I don't know. Anyways.
Well, you brought up the books, too, which is a great point. The Jedi books.
Yeah.
Watch that movie as if those books were the DVDs of episodes 1 through 6. Luke is like, these damn things have brought me nothing but trouble. I'm going to burn them. And Yoda's like, sure, whatever. Yeah. And then we see Rey's like, no. I'm going to see what these are all about and make sure I don't make the same mistakes they did. That sums it up right there. And it's so telling that the books were even, featured prominently in the teaser too. So he's been putting them in our consciousness for a long time. And yeah, you're right. Broom Kid is not, that's not Rian Johnson setting up his own trilogy. That's just him showing us this is still going to happen. You're still going to have these people who adore these old legends and then look to the future for hope. And God, that really cemented it for me. And then like the second time I watched it, I was like, yeah, this is why I love this movie. Everything is so I felt the same way about Skyfall. What Skyfall was to Bond, I felt this was to Star Wars. Like it brought Bond like full circle and said, we're gonna keep moving forward, but we've come full circle. We've brought M back to a place you remember, but have grown M at the same time. it spoke to the audience in a way that most movies don't. It was self-aware in a way that most movies aren't, but not in like a stupid, scary movie kind of way.
When I first watched Skyfall, I think I was talking to my dad or something. It's like, oh, do you like Skyfall? I'm like, I like the part where they get to the mansion. It's like, that's like 3/4 of the movie in. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Because they, like you said, it's self-aware, it's humanizing. And you're like, oh, yeah, this is a person, not just some super guy that avoids bullets. Like,
yeah. So the Broom Boy scene will always kind of stick with me for that reason. So I don't know, maybe everybody watching, maybe you think this is not the case. Maybe you've got other plans for Broom Kid. Maybe you think his stuff was stupid, because I know a lot of people don't like little kids in their Star Wars movies because it has proven to not be the greatest thing in the world. So I can understand that too. But yeah, let us know what you think of Broom Kid. That's just how I saw that ending. Brock, I don't know if you have any...
You're right. It's like, comment and tell us, let us know. It's like, do we need Broom Boy, or should he be just swept under the rug?
Hi-oh!
I had nothing to contribute.
You really cleaned house with that one.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to the visual dictionary. I want to know if his name is revealed. I'm gonna still call him Broom Kid.
I was reading an article, and they were talking about like all these characters, because there's like cameos and what have you, of course, and you know, we're trying to figure all of them. And they were like, they weren't showing me where the characters were, but they kept saying visual things. So I don't know, is that out yet or no?
I imagine it comes out the day the movie does.
So we just have to go and get it.
Yeah. Somebody buy it for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, it's since I've met you, I've never seen the importance of those books, because there's like those little nuggets that you have to dig for. So,
but they are there and they're great. And God bless you, Broom Kid. I look forward to seeing you not have to sweep father hay. But that has been Flying Casual. Let us know what you thought of the Last Jedi ending. If you have your own thoughts, your own theories about what that movie's might be trying to tell us, who knows? Let us know. Until next time, I'm Andrew Fantasia.
And I'm Brock Smink.
May the Force be with us.
Always.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.